Welcome to Moose Mania 2. That's a pretty cool opener. Watching all those big bulls.
I know.
I want to be there again.
I know, you start watching the footage over after you get back from the hunt, we're doing all the editing and everything, and you start watching that footage, you're going, oh, I want to go back bad.
Whoa.
I've got moose fever.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh my goodness, it's just, you know, a lot of people don't realize, and that is moose, first, are a very vocal animal.
Very vocal.
You know, I mean.
It's like elk hunting or turkey hunting.
It is.
In the right time of
but
the
at
year,
about 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, you're not kidding. But you know, at the right time of the year, you can call in bulls. You can do some cow calling and stuff like that.
You know, when you sit down and realize it, you have the whole Northeast, you have the most of all your northern states, and you have most of the West.
In Canada.
And all of Canada.
There's actually more moose hunters than there are elk hunters out there.
And that's amazing when you think
Pretty
about
big.
it.
It is.
And then you have really, you know, a lot of Europe and Germany, and a lot of those people want to come to North America for the moose.
Well, there's moose over there too.
Yeah, there are, but
In
we got
Russia,
better ones.
We do.
Yeah, we
Think
do.
so?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
And talking about better ones, let's go where they are. Now, talking about physical, mental, and everything else, we're going to take you, and if you haven't noticed, you know, a lot of what we're trying to show is a lot of what goes into it and the details, and these next hunts are it. I mean, this is Joe and Z from the office. You know, we had an opportunity. Wade from Renfro's Alaskan Adventures. You know, he runs two moose hunts. He has a self-guided or do-it-yourself, and he has a fully guided hunt.
Right.
Well, you know, he offered the guys, you know,
up in Alaska.
Up in Alaska, and it was funny because they were nervous.
Yes.
I think they were more nervous than we were. You know, Wade said, you know, are the guys, have they moose hunted?
Have they moose hunted? Do they know how to call? Do they know how to, you know, cape
now
around?
this is
Do they know
wilderness.
How to get everything? It's wilderness. You have to make sure, you have to let everyone know where everything's at. I mean, there was a lot of preparation they needed to get done for it.
And, you know, as the guys go, you know, we tried to help them the best, which, you know, showing them how and teaching them how to call and what to expect and in place, you know, shot placement.
I bet there's a lot of stuff that we didn't teach them on what to expect. Like, well, we don't want to ruin anything, so we're just going to get into Zendel's hunt first, and then we could discuss some of the things that maybe we didn't teach them about. Packing out.
Packing out.
Yeah.
We are officially on our way to Alaska.
Well, it's finally the 16th of September. Joe and I spent all day yesterday traveling to get here. We're actually in Bethel at a small bed and breakfast. We're going to meet Wade here in a few minutes. He's going to fly us in the bush. We've got about 14 days of moose hunting coming up. And we've been thinking about this all summer long. Training, walking, and hoping for a big rack. Well, we're loading them all. Wade's going to take us out this morning. It's a beautiful day. Damn, this plane's small.
This plane is perfectly sized for what it's for.
Yeah, it's just not for me. We were hunting with Wade Renfro's Alaskan Adventures, and one of the things that I didn't understand was just how tough it was going to be to get to camp. When we loaded up the mall and we flew out to a place called Russian Mission, I didn't really realize that the little Piper Cub was going to follow us, and the little Cub was the only plane that could actually land on this mountaintop, because when he came in, and he actually went out of sight, landing on the back side of that mountain to get us to camp. By the time we got our tent set up, it was dark. And the next day, we were going to start chasing those Alaskan moose.
Well, it's our first full day of hunting. It's about 65 degrees, and we had a few sprinkles of rain. We think it's too hot. The bugs are terrible. The bull we thought we saw last night, traveled during the night because of the heat during the day. And we haven't seen a sign of any bulls today. So we're just going to glass till dark. It's so hot, I don't think it'll do us any good to start calling until it cools off a little bit.
Oh, another bug went in there, dude. Sat in glass with 12 hours yesterday, Zendo, 11 hours, something like that. Ended up seeing one bull right before dark. Went over in glass this morning trying to find him again, and couldn't find him. So we're gonna hit another point. We scouted it out yesterday pretty good. Till it cools off, we don't want to be calling through the valley. At least on a self-guided moose hunt without a guide, that's what we think we should be doing. Zeno and I we've only been here a few days already, and we've already had the trip of a lifetime. And rainbow. Lucy and I have been out all day hunting, and we're gonna get a bite to eat real quick, and then we're gonna go glass here till dark and see if we can put a bull to bed for Zeno tomorrow morning. When you're out in the bush, you can still eat like kings, man. They sent us with a pound of hamburger, with some seasonings, some cheddar cheese, some bugs. We got all our protein.
Well, it's our third morning. Joe and I skipped breakfast this morning, which is still bothering us. But we've got a bull spotted probably about 2.5 miles due south of us. We're going to watch him for a minute, see which way. If he heads anywhere near this way, we're going to go after him today. Well, we sat here this morning before just about sunup. We watched the bull come into the valley and bed. We figure he's about 1.5 miles south of us. We sat here long enough. We've watched for about an hour. We think he's bedded for the day. We've just stripped down to light clothes. We're going to cross this valley, go up alongside and try to get downwind of him and draw him to us. That's the best chance we have. It's hot. Nothing else is going to be up moving today, so we're going to go see if we can get him off his bed, take him out. Joe and I have traveled about 2 miles, Alaskan miles. Our camp's on a mountaintop that way. We went down in a valley, crossed, topped this mountain, and came all the way back down. The bull we watched this morning is bedded right here in front of us at this bottom. We're going to slip down. We're going to go over here somewhere, set up, try to call him to us. We've made this big circle just to get the wind in our favor. We're a long way from camp, but that's a big bull. Self-guided, Joe and I. That's the scary part. I never thought of that before I left. Well, that's where we were at this morning when we spotted this bull. He's bedded probably 500 yards down upwind of us. We watched him. We think he's bedded in there this morning, so we're going to try to call him out. The wind's right in our face. We should have a really good chance of seeing him. Stopped and scraped, couldn't get nothing up. We stopped here just as this pine tree Instantly, he's up. He's very loud.
Oh.
Oh my God, Joe. He's gonna go down right there, I think. Oh my. Joe. I'm so proud of you, Z. That was intense. That was intense. I'm still shaking and my heart's still going everywhere. I don't know what to say. I've never seen anything so big thrashing trees like that and coming after us. He came right down this channel here between these pines, grunting. Just as he turned to go back out, I hit him the first time and I got him going away with the second bullet. Joe says he sees him bedded down on the other side of the pine. We're just gonna sit real tight for about an hour, give him plenty of time. I'm not sure if he's dead or bedded. He looks like he was bedded, but he could be dead. We'll give him plenty of time. Joe, what are we gonna do with this thing? Oh my, what an animal. What an animal. God bless us both for being here. And the animals that God put on this earth. I don't know how white he is.
He's pretty white.
But we finally got in here about 3 o'clock in the evening. And we set up and we started raking. We had no response about 45 minutes, an hour. We moved up maybe 300 yards. And the minute I was scraping with the call on a tree, the minute I stopped, this guy stood up and just started terrorizing the stuff. We kept working ourselves closer and closer together.
Joe and I finally got set up. Maybe he only ran about 30 yards. Joe and I set up down here behind a pine tree, and it was maybe a 30-yard shot, the first one. And he turned to run, and I pumped another one into him, just hoping to stop him so he didn't run out of the county. Great bull. We haven't measured him yet. The measurement don't matter. It's the fact that Joe and I did it, and it's just a lot of effort's gone into this, and we still have 10 or 11 days, and Joe's got a moose tag, and we're still going to try for another. Words can't cover what I'm feeling right now. Truly one of God's greatest creatures. All right, love you. Bye-bye. Jeez. Dad asked me what I was going to do with it. What are we going to do with it, Joe?
We're going to eat tenderloins for dinner.
I know, let's go. Well, thank God for HS, because we really appreciate them when we're successful. And we've got some work to do here. Neither one of us has ever done it before. But I'm sure it's like skinning a big rabbit, maybe?